some opening pointers is please understand that this session is for informational and educational purposes. It is not intended to diagnose or treat any illness or condition. No one on the call can offer specific or individualized medical advice, but can share from their own personal experience. For medical advice and professional help, we suggest you contact your personal medical doctor or therapist. Please understand the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here belong solely to the speaker and not necessarily to CCA or other groups or individuals. So that being said, welcome to our self-love event tonight. We are super excited to have the amazing and beautiful CCA mom, 𝐏𝐫𝐚𝐜 Snow, joining us.
Hey guys.
We're so glad you're here. And I just want to give you a little bit of information about 𝐏𝐫𝐚𝐜 Snow. 𝐏𝐫𝐚𝐜 is a California native, currently residing in Missouri. She's been married for 10 years to her husband, Josh, who is an intelligent, thoughtful, passionate man who is an Army veteran with a Purple Heart. They have been blessed with 4-year-old Sylvie, who loves princesses and Barbie dolls, 6-year-old Charlie, who is a basketball star and loves playing the guitar, and 9-year-old Avery, who loves volleyball, fishing, exploring, and was born with Treacher-Collins syndrome. Creative by nature, 𝐏𝐫𝐚𝐜 styles beautiful photos every day for catalogs and web, hoping to impact and improve someone's lifestyle through those images. Thriving through the chaos of working full-time, homeschooling, and doctor's appointments, they are raising their family to be proud of who they are, stand up for what they believe in, and be compassionate to all those they meet. And you have a lot on your plate, 𝐏𝐫𝐚𝐜. So thank you for taking the time tonight for this. And I will turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So as Annie said, and thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. This talk is all going to be about practicing self-love. And I'm going to start with a little silly story that I have. So I have 3 beautiful, bold, outspoken children. And I kind of work in the fashion industry. So I like to think that I know a little bit about getting myself dressed in the morning, right? And I got home from work one day and my youngest, Sylvie, was sitting at the top of the steps. I'm putting my bag down and she looks at me and she goes, "Mommy, I don't like your outfit." And I said, "That's okay. Taking my coat off." She goes, "But Mommy, I really don't like your outfit." And I said, "That's okay. You don't have to like everything I like, And she keeps going, "But Mommy, I don't like your outfit." So by this point, I'm like, "That's okay. I like my outfit. That's what matters." And I'm thinking to myself, I've already worn this outfit all day long. There's nothing I can do about it. People have seen me. What is so wrong with this outfit? I'm starting to question myself. So I'm starting to get a little bit, I'm still getting a little heated. And I'm like, "That's okay, Sylvie." And she goes, "I don't like your outfit." I love it. And I just was cracking up. It just made me reevaluate. It made me look and think and see if my toddler was making me question myself and my choices, but she's also watching everything that I do and everything that I say. We as parents have to put ourselves in those shoes and realize that our children are watching everything that we do and they are absorbing everything that we say. And I think a huge part of that is to be a mirror image. We as parents have to look and see, what do our children think of us, but also what do we think of ourselves? And we need to project that to our children. And there's so many days and mornings where my kids wake up and I tell them that they look beautiful and what are you going to do today? And what are you excited about today? And we have to take a step back. And are we doing that to ourselves when we wake up in the morning? Are we asking ourselves, what am I excited about today in my life? What do I love about myself? All those little things that we tell our children every day, they need to see that in us. And so I just think that's so much of practice what you preach and just stay firm in what you believe in and who you are. And by them seeing that through us, it's really going to just inspire them to be better people, inspire us to be better people. And, just encourage ourselves the way that we encourage our children. Where would we be now if we encouraged our children the way that we did? And I love my parents and I love how I was raised. And I'm sure, there's things everybody would change about their childhood. But if you asked yourself every day, what are you happy about? What do you love? And just really show that to yourself and to your children. It just speaks volumes. And we're so blessed to be in this day and age where there's so many positive things happening right now. There's, body positivity movements and there's self-love movements, and you see it all over social media. And I think as parents and parents with children with special needs or children whose needs are different, or yourself whose needs are different, there's this little bit of guilt that comes with not putting yourself first, right? And that can be difficult because not only do you have the weight of all of the things that you need to check off your list, but you have the weight of now society saying that you need to put yourself first. And there's definitely times where you're not putting yourself first, or I know I'm not putting myself first. But that's the point of self-love, is that you need to love yourself on those good days and those bad days. I love me a bubble bath. I love lavender everything, give me the candles, all of that. But have you ever won a battle with insurance? Let me tell you how good that feels after months of advocating for your child and trying to see a specialist and calling every single day for an open appointment, all those things that I know all of us have struggled and done, and it's difficult. But when you have that success and you're advocating and you get that positive back, how good does that feel? And to me, that's a huge part of self-love, is knowing when to put yourself first and when to put others first, and get that nurture, show them nurturing, and get that love through them. When I was preparing for this talk, I talked with John O. Lancaster, who we all know and love, and, was just talking through everything. And he brought up a beautiful point of it's about balance, and it's about knowing that there's days where we don't feel our best, but we have to keep going. We have to continue to prove to ourselves and to our children and to our spouses and to our parents and our friends and everyone that this life was meant for us, and that the peaks and the valleys are real and they are intense, but they're also beautiful. And I think that goes back to showing your children, not only on good days that you love yourself, right, but on bad days too, to be able to have that boundary with yourself and with your children, and have that honesty, and be able to, when they ask you how your day was, and if you had a bad day, say, I didn't have the best day today, but this is what happened, and this is what I hope happens tomorrow. It's showing that hope and having that grace with yourself, and allowing your children and your family to see you vulnerable and see you sad and see you cry, so that when they see you happy, they know it's true. They know it's genuine. And just being, the most genuine person you can be for yourself. I think that's just such an incredible life that we should be living. And it's easier said than done sometimes, loving ourselves, right? Especially when you get wrapped up in the day-to-day, everyday life. you are, like Annie said, I have a lot on my plate, full-time working. We homeschool, veteran husband. We have Avery, who some of you may or may not know, or may or may not have met my Avery. She is just the pillar of our family. She is 9 years old and she has the heart of an angel. And she is so strong in so many ways. And she has 𝐏𝐫𝐚𝐜𝐿 syndrome. She is hard of hearing. She has a couple of surgeries coming up. She's had 5 so far. She has 2 coming up this year. And those are difficult things for her to go through. And there was a point in me as a mother raising her where I had this revelation that I can only speak to the experience that I have. I can only speak to being her mother and the experience that I have raising her. I can't speak for her, and I don't ever want to speak for her. This is her life. And we're very transparent with her doctors about that as well, that we want them to address her, not just us, and talk to her, not just about her. And now that she's getting older, beautiful things are happening where she's able to speak about her fears to us, and she is able to be honest about things that she's excited about. And I think that really goes back to us as parents, allowing her to be vulnerable and allowing her to see us in our true form, in our messy, everyday, wild, not put together form. And I read something about when you become a mother, don't let being a mother or a parent or an advocate become a part of who you are and not take over who you are. And I think that's a huge thing that, like I said, when you're in the day-to-day and you're, going through the motions, you don't want yourself to get lost in that. And I know that's easier said than done, right? But a few little ways that I've kind of put together are just self-affirmations, compliment yourself, be proud of yourself, write down your thoughts and feelings, be honest with yourself, let yourself be in the moment. I think those are all great ways to love yourself. Don't be afraid to be confident. There's a big difference between being confident and being selfish. And like I said, that goes back to that balance of knowing that you're doing things that you enjoy, or you're doing things that your family enjoys, and not feeling guilty about that stuff, because it's such a beautiful life to live, right? Help flip your mindset that sorry if I'm talking in circles, but not to, like, don't just think that you're beautiful when you're done up going to a gala. I don't go to galas, I don't know, but think that you're beautiful when have your messy bun and your sweatshirt and your socks and Birkenstocks, because we all do it because it's comfortable. But find comfort in those safe places, in those safe spaces, and those little moments of love that you can see in yourself. And also just find, like I said about balance, find ways that you can lift others up to help lift yourself up. If you see a stranger and they're wearing something that you like, compliment them. If someone has beautiful hair, if they have wonderful lipstick on, if they have a really cool suitcase or backpack or something like that, those little moments really change a lot. And I notice now that, I mean, I'm a very vocal person, and especially when it comes to fashion and seeing people out on the streets, I'm constantly complimenting them. But I see now, like my 3-year-old, who's 4 now, I need to remember that. She'll tell people that she likes their shoes, or, you know, Avery will stop somebody and say that she likes their nail polish, you know, just little things. And you see that person smile and you smile and you feel good, and feeling good and feeling happy. There's no wrong in feeling happy. So, I hope this helps with everything and with, you know, see how everybody's feeling. I don't have too much more to say. I was going to grab Avery real quick, if you guys don't mind me bringing her on. Let me see real quick. Come here, baby. She is on her way. Hi. Here. You want to sit down? Say hi. Hi. Okay. So one of the things when I was talking through a lot of the points for today, I kept coming back to affirmations and those little things that can go a long way. And so if anybody has a pen and paper near them, and if you can't do it right now, do it later. But I wanted us to sit down and write down 2 things that we love about ourselves. They can be physical traits. They can be something that you're proud of yourself that you accomplished. Anything like that. You want to write one? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Avery's first one is that she is smart. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, what's another thing that you love about yourself? Her next one is her hair. She loves her hair, and I love her hair. It's so gorgeous. I love those things. So what we're going to do, we are going to cut those out, and we're going to tape them on our mirror so that every morning when you wake up, you're going to read that you are smart and you have beautiful hair, right? Yeah. And no matter what happens to you that day, you are going to come back and know that you are smart and you have beautiful hair. Okay, so my 2 are going to be my, my lips and my joy. Those are my 2. So I'm going to put those on my mirror and remember that I have lovely lips and that I have joy deep within me that I want to give to the world. Right, baby? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, the dog. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Okay. Okay. So I just want to say in closing that find your joy, give it to the world, and just share who you are because there's no one else like you.
I just have to add, watching both of you gave me joy. Your smiles just melt my heart, both of you.
Thank
Seriously. They're so adorable. That was awesome. Does anyone have any input they want to share with us? Anyone want to share their affirmations? Open the floor. You can unmute yourself. And I did drop in the comments when you were saying the compliment thing. One of my favorite quotes is, "We rise by lifting others." And you never know what someone is going through during the day, and they might be having the worst day ever, and it might be as simple as throwing them a smile, and it just totally change their attitude and make their day better. So I loved that you said that.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
And then one more thing I took a note on. When you were talking about being a parent or an advocate, that you're more than just that. That's like one of your main roles. But I recently had someone ask me what my hobby was. I was like, my kids. I mean, what else is there? And they're like, really, when your kids are gone, what's your hobby going to be? And I was just like, I don't know, but I guess I better start preparing, because my oldest is going to be a senior next year. And, it is. I think you just spend so much time on your kiddos or your, family members, and you kind of lose a little bit of who you are. So that was a very valid point.
Thank you.
Khadijah, do you have anything you would like to add?
I don't have anything I would like to add, but I can do 2 of my affirmations.
Okay.
So one of them is, I am creative. I feel like I have owned that in the recent years. And I feel like it feels like most of my day and how I guess my thought processes are like things visually. And the second one is, I am strong. So regardless of what kind of a day I'm having, I am strong and I can overcome it. So
Awesome.
So my 2 affirmations.
I agree 100%. Kimmy, she's the one that designed the cute graphic for.
Oh, I loved it. So sweet.
Yeah, she is amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Another thing I wanted to add real quick that I forgot to say earlier is that I had a teacher in high school that always said, and I feel like this is something that like lots of teachers say, there's like signs in classrooms that would say, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. And we need to be sure that we're not just going through the motions and just, we are, this is our life too. And we are loving ourselves and deeply, and we're loving ourselves in the right way and not in the wrong way. We don't have to always get it right, but we have to keep trying.
Joe shared that he wrote his affirmations down on his computer. So
yeah, they're right there.
I'm funny and I know a lot about planes.
Awesome.
I would say yes to both of those.
Yes. Knowledge is power. So good.
Yes.
I guess I can say sometimes I'm good at problem solving.
Yeah.
Problem solving.
Awesome.
I think you're also good at eating cookies. Am I right?
No comment.
No comment.
Right. Well, if there is nothing else to share, then I guess we can end this and let everyone get back to their family and getting those pens and paper, writing down your affirmations, putting them on the mirror, like as Kimmy suggested.
Yes.
So, well, thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedule to do the self-love webinar for us. We greatly appreciate it.
It was so worth it. And just remember, just keep just keep loving yourself and loving everyone else, and everything will happen the way it's meant to be. Right?
The world a better place. So
Yes, definitely.
wonderful.